Hello, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Rocket League video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let's just get into it, guys. Of course, big news today. An RLCS Season 7 announcement has been officialized, and it will be the start date as well as the prize pool. It will be the first week of April for both EU, NALCS, as well as Oceania, and a brand new region, that being South America, which I'm very excited to see, to say the least, for all of you guys who actually watched WSOE4. Of course, we saw our first invited South American team there. Yes, they were lackluster, and again, that will probably be something to speak on as we approach the actual championship many months from now, as probably a region that's going to have some vast improvements to make alongside that of Oceania, but still a brand new region, guys. That does now mean 4 regions, and South America will also get 2 spots just like Oceania. And of course, we saw the team for the first time ever, a South American team, receive an invite to WSOE4. Yes, they were a bit less than we probably expected, not only winning just 1 game, but on top of that, really struggling throughout most of their series, but still a great region to expand into. They're definitely known for their loyalty, for their passion for other esports, CSGO certainly being one of them. I'm excited to see for the extended future. I would be very scared of the future Brazilian players. Like I said before, they are passionate, they are loyal, and when they pick something up and it's actually worth picking up, well, they get very good at it. So I'm very excited to see how this region does do. First of all, compared to Oceania, and then of course, when it comes to NAEU, we saw their performance so far, and obviously a lot of improvements to be made, but still a $1 million prize pool also announced for this season. It's great to see retaining that large of a prize pool. I don't think it's going to be next year even we see a growth of that, but $1 million is still a huge amount alongside DreamHack circuits like the $400,000 circuit currently going on throughout 2019. Plenty of events, a $1 million prize pool, a brand new region. I cannot complain. Alongside that, for all of you guys who want to participate in the Rival Series qualifiers, if you have a mixed team or an open team you want to try and compete, you have plenty of time, actually nearly 2 months, to actually try and qualify until those actually do start. I'll link them down below so you guys can bookmark them. I'll keep you posted and updated as well to remind you guys to try and compete for the Rival Series, for the Championship Series, and all the series really going in the right direction. There is just one big unanswered question, which we're going to wait for updates on from Psyonix and some from the Rocket League team especially. Will there be a format change? There's no actual given format right now, so I think we can still expect a change in that format, which I would love to see. Of course, the typical 5-week-long 7 matches I have never thought has been sufficient, especially to one, define the better teams, and 2, you have many teams that hang on to their championship spot based off just 2 or 3 victories, which I think is pretty, well, it's not really earned. We saw last season it was actually very much proven throughout the Rival Series play-in tournament, or the promotional playoffs, whatever you really want to call them. All 4 Rival Series teams competed and beat the CS teams, or their RLCS teams, and took their spots. So I would love to see an extended season, maybe not more weeks, maybe even just 1 or 2 more weeks, but plenty of more matches would definitely define these teams a bit better, and that way give us a heads up of what to expect, because I think we were all fairly surprised when it came time for the actual championship main stage, or at least a little bit surprised by many of the teams out there, and a longer season would definitely give us a bigger picture as to who the best teams are in the individual regions. But again, nonetheless, I cannot complain. A huge update for the future of Rocket League. And one last thing as well, the addition of the South American region, and of course we're probably going to see that South American lineup return throughout those qualifiers for their championship series. I'm very excited to see, because a couple of those guys were mouse and keyboard players. An announcement here, it did make it seem throughout these qualifiers and at the actual main stage and throughout RLCS as well as RLRS, it does seem to me that everything will be cross-platform as well. So you're going to see a lot of other players out there. I'm not sure how they will tune it if you're a Nintendo Switch player. That's the one thing I think is far out there, but it's going to be great to see, guys, some cross-platform players come up on the rise and see which platform dominates. I still think, of course, you're going to have your controller players on PC be predominant, but it's going to be great to see some other options out there for pro players on the rise. But as always, my name is Jake. Huge announcement for Rocket League. Hopefully see you guys back here with more news sometime soon. And until then, I'll see you then.